Welcome to AlphaCars. My name is Dmitry and I'm reporting from our service center in Boxborough location. And behind me, I have a 1989 Peugeot 405 S. The fact that it's S is irrelevant because I'm going to show you what happens to the car when it is left to sit for years. We suspect that this car has been sitting here in New England for 4 or 5 years, and prior to that it was used and driven occasionally. So let's take a look at it together. We're going to start from the rear of the vehicle, and I think it's going to be pretty obvious, but we just want to have a visual and show you, our viewers, what happens to the vehicle underbody in particular, when the vehicle is left sitting untouched for 3 or 4 years here in New England. So we're looking at the rear unibody frame rail that is completely disintegrated, just gone. Here is the brake mechanism of the right rear wheel, and the backing plate is missing altogether. The brake rotor is badly rusted, and we're transitioning to suspension components, and they're literally bubbling up, and layers of rusted metal are just separating from the rear axle beam. And this is the rear suspension, which is irrelevant, but it's just interesting. This is the rear suspension that instead of the springs, it has torsion bars. Here's another backing plate on the left side that is completely gone, and the brake rotor is gone. And then there's more rust you can see on the frame rail, which is absolutely, completely rusted. And then we're making our way to another section here, and the quarter panel is just missing chunks of it. Here's the rocker panel, pretty much gone. You can see the structural panels, structural plates are separating, and the rocker panel is caving in. We had to replace a couple of hoses. We put in a new fuel line because it was actually leaking badly. It was just unsafe to even keep the vehicle. It was unsafe for environment. Here's another rocker panel on the right side, which completely opened up. Apparently, floorboards are doing reasonably well on both sides. And then we're getting close to another frame rail that is gone completely. And it looks like there's a section of fuel hose that is seeping fuel. Another frame rail is gone here. And I'm sure if we poke on that rocker panel, it will be, there will be holes in there. Pretty much all suspension components have bad rust. It looks like the front of the vehicle had a little bit more ventilation than the rear where it's set, because it's not as bad, and it's partially could be to do that these components have a little bit more oil on them, just from the fact that the engine is around and there's a little bit more oil from CV joints. The front cross member, lower radiator support, is actually in, I was going to say compared to everything else, is in decent condition. And the engine cross member, you can see right here, is not in bad shape either. But because the unibody components, such as frame rails, quarter panels, rocker panels, which all are structural, and the rear suspension badly rusted, we're not going to recommend to move forward with the restoration of this vehicle. And there's more rust on the outside, clearly, but as far as the underbody, you can see the rust on the rocker panel, which at this point is irrelevant because of the structural rust damage. And anything is possible. If this was some kind of a rare Mercedes from the Roadster from the 50s or 60s, it'd be a different story. But for the Peugeot 405, even if it's S, it doesn't warrant the restoration work on this vehicle. So we hope that this short video was helpful. We hope you enjoyed it. And we thank you for watching. Please consider sharing, subscribing, and let us know which videos you like the best by simply clicking the like button. My name is Dmitry, and until next time.